To begin your spring pattern bunny, you are going to get 2 pieces of white paper and write your name on the back of both. Okay, now put one to the side, flip the other one over to the white side, and put your placemat underneath. You are going to start by creating a colorful background for your bunny. So on this one I did spirals. On this background I did a pattern of stripes with straight lines and then shapes with blue circles and red hearts. And on this one I just did different colored lines going across my paper. So we just want to fill it with lots of color. You can use lines, shapes, patterns, and we're going to use our tempera cakes. So we just want to make sure that we wash our brush in between each color. So maybe for this one, actually I'm going to turn my paper vertical. Maybe I will do a pattern. So I'm going to start with red. And I'm going to start with a straight line for mine. And since my placemat is underneath, it is okay if I get off the paper. All right, now if I'm going to switch colors, I need to wash my brush. Okay, next I think I'll do a zigzag with blue. All right, and then I'm just going to continue the pattern that I'm doing until I get all the way to the bottom and fill my paper. So why don't we skip ahead? So I ended up finishing my pattern with 3 colors. I did a straight line with red, a zigzag with blue, and a wavy line with purple. And I repeated that ABC pattern all the way down. I am now going to take 2 hands and put my paper on the drying rack and go put my placemat away. And now I can move on to my second paper where I'm going to start drawing my bunny. So we already have our name on the back. We're going to start with a big rainbow line to make his face. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. Nice big rainbow line curve there. And then we need how many ears? We need 2 ears. So we're going to curve up and down, up and down. And I'm going to add a second one inside so I can use a color like pink on the inside. Next we're going to make how many eyes? 2 eyes. I like to do an oval. And then you can choose which way he's looking. So this bunny is looking that way because I put a smaller oval on the top right edge of my oval there. So maybe I have this one looking down. So I could put a curve right here. For the nose, we can do an upside down triangle, but you don't have to have sharp corners. They can be rounded. And for the mouth, a letter J and a backwards J. If you want, you can give him some little buck teeth. So that's going to be like a little rectangle with a line going straight down vertical. And then finally, you're going to want to add a couple whiskers on each side. If there's any other little details you want to add to yours, feel free. And then you're going to decide what color you want your bunny to be. So it could be brown, it could be white, and then you just color in your details. Or if you want to do a fun color, go ahead. So I think I'm going to do brown and pink for this one. So anything that I am coloring in, I first want to press hard with my crayon to trace the pencil and then shade it in, pressing lightly. And I'm not coloring big and scribbly like this. I'm going in small movements and taking my time. All right, why don't we skip ahead? Once I'm done coloring in my bunny with my crayons, I'm then going to take my scissors and carefully, slowly cut it out. I want to make sure I keep it all together, so make sure not to cut off the ear. So you're going to turn and go this way. Alright, now my scraps will go in the recycling bin. And I'm going to grab my background since it's dry. And we're just going to glue him right onto it. So, when I do my glue, I don't want to use too much. So, I want to turn my bunny over and I am tracing the shape of it, but I am not going too close to the edge because if I do, that glue is going to come out the side and be a little bit messy. Carefully flip it over, line it up on the bottom in the middle, and let's hold it for 10. Can you count with me, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. All right, so here's my cute little guy, and I can go put him on the drying rack. Let's get started.